This video, I feel like, is almost like a public service announcement. And the topic of this video is going to be 10 tips I have for plus size cruisers. I can't speak for all plus size people. I can only speak for myself. And whenever I'm about to do something new, as a plus size person, I have all of these like hesitancies. Like, am I going to fit? Am I going to fit in? Is it going to be too much? Just all those things cross my mind. And I always wonder how I will be able to enjoy, or if I'll be able to enjoy that new experience. So this kind of hit me because, as you all know, I'm newly divorced, about to turn 50 in just a couple weeks. And few weeks, I think 3 weeks. And I am venturing on a new cruise line. This will be my 20th cruise, but it's my first cruise on this new cruise line. Just FYI, I'm going on a Virgin Voyages cruise. I've never been on Virgin Voyages before. So I had all these kinds of questions when I went on my first cruise, period. And just when I try new things, I often have these kinds of questions. And so I thought, if I have these questions, some of you may have them also. So I wanted to do this video to maybe help answer some of those questions for you. Now, this is cruising in general. I've been on, all of my cruises thus far have been on Norwegian and Carnival cruise lines. So this would be the answers for those cruise lines, but I think kind of cruising in general. But like I said, the reason that I'm starting to feel like that hesitation and I'm worrying about this cruise. This will be my first absolutely solo cruise. So nobody will be with me, and there's nobody else on the ship that I even know. I took a cruise a couple months ago, and it was like kind of solo because I booked it by myself for myself, but then I ended up having a friend that did end up cruising on the same sailing. So we were able to hook up and hang out a little bit. And so I wasn't completely by myself, but on this one, I'm going to be completely by myself. So all of those fears and anxieties that I can have when I'm going into a new venture have been coming up for me. And I thought about this topic because I thought maybe this can help put some fears and anxieties to rest for other people. So I have 10 tips for plus size cruisers. Now, when I say plus size, I'm currently 358 and about 5'4.5", 5'5". And for women, I wear a size 28. Every now and then I have to get a 30 and something, but for the most part, I wear a size 28, US plus size 28. All right, so that gives you an idea of my size. But I want to go ahead and get into the tips. Tip number 1, before you go on your cruise, start getting some steps in. So if you are not regularly exercising, you will get more steps. The typical person will get more steps in on a cruise than you typically get in a day. So start getting some steps in because you don't want to be sore and achy on a cruise. And you don't want to put yourself way outside of what you typically are able to physically do in a day on a cruise. So start before you even go. Start getting some steps in. Number 2 is know that cabins are small and cabin bathrooms can be teeny tiny. Now, I have heard of people suggesting or saying that as a plus size person, they look for certain cabin arrangements. I've never done that. I've always kind of just gotten the cabin that I get, and whatever size that is, that's what I deal with. And I've always been perfectly fine. Even in the smallest cabin, I've always been perfectly fine, perfectly comfortable. But if that is a concern for you, you can always check with your travel agent and let them know that you would like something with a little bit more square footage. And you can also search your cabin. Like, let's say you're going on Carnival Celebration. You can always go to YouTube and search Carnival Celebration inside cabin. If you've already booked your cabin, you can put in the exact number, cabin number, whatever. And every now and then you'll look up and you'll find someone who has had that cabin before you and made an actual video of it so that you can kind of see the layout. But if not, you can Google your cruise ship name and your cabin number and look for pictures of the layout and the square footage and all of that. Bathrooms, again, they can be teeny tiny, but at my size, I have never had an issue where I could not comfortably do what I needed to do in the bathroom, with one exception, and that is getting dressed. On this last cruise I went on, which happened to be on Carnival Celebration, that was the smallest cruise cabin I have ever seen. And the only thing, and I probably could have, but maybe not comfortably, the only thing I could not do in there comfortably was to get dressed. So I would just step out into the cabin to actually put my clothes on. But the toilet is going to be sturdy no matter what it looks like. The showers have always been big enough. The bathroom floor has a drain in it. So just in case you get some water outside of the shower area, the bathroom floor has a drain in it, so you're fine. I've never done this, but I have seen other plus size cruisers that say they have gone to the gym and used the shower in the gym or the spa for a larger shower. I've never done that. The shower in the bathroom has always worked perfectly for me, but that's another option for you if you get to your cabin and you look at the shower and you're like, this isn't gonna work. But again, I'm a fluffy girl, and the showers in the bathroom have always worked for me. So number 3, bring comfortable broken in shoes. But this is not just for cruising, this is for any kind of travel. In my opinion, the first time you wear your shoes should not be on that ship or wherever you are if you're going to be putting in some steps. You want to bring comfortable and broken in shoes and comfy clothes. You are probably going to be more active on a cruise ship than, you all forgive me, first of all. I keep looking this way because that's what I feel like is natural, but trying to remind myself to look this way. So please forgive me. Your feet will thank you so much if you bring comfortable broken in shoes. Number 4. Now this I feel like can be a real issue, and that is seating. Seating that has the arms on it can sometimes be a little bit tight depending on your size and your body shape also. So you can always look for and find chairs without arms or bench seating. Like in a lot of theaters, they have the arms on the chairs and it can be tight, but also in a lot of theaters on the cruise ship, you can look around and find some bench seating. In the main dining room, if your chairs have arms that are tight, you can always ask for an armless chair or a chair without arms. And so that you're not doing it right there in front of everybody when you're going to have your meal, you can, on the first day when you get on the ship, and you can go to the dining room and talk to the maitre d' and ask for a chair without arms for your comfort. So number five is going to be excursions. And so what I'm going to say about that is just check the weight limit, because lots of activities have weight limits. You have things like zip lining, things like that will have a weight limit. You can check the website of the cruise company you're booking your excursion through or the private tour operator, because most of them will list the activity level. So if something is anything beyond moderate activity, I would not book it for myself, because I know that I can probably handle moderate activity, but nothing more than that. They also have accessible excursions. So keep that in mind if you have mobility issues and may need to book an accessible excursion, they are there. Number 6, embarkation and disembarkation. All right, no getting around this one. There's a lot of walking, there's a lot of standing, and there can be a lot of waiting. There can be a lot of standing in lines on embarkation day and disembarkation day. And so my tip for you there is to sit down if you need to. It can be hot, depending on how long you're standing there, what terminal you're at. You can bring a little battery operated fan. I've even seen people that have like stools, that the one that I saw, it was like a backpack that he could take down and sit on while he was in line. Now, my little tip for embarkation is I arrive late. Like, I'm not trying to be on the ship first. I don't need to rush to get on the ship. I'm going to have the ship for 7 more days to enjoy. So I arrived late. And when I arrive late, I can usually walk right on the ship. So I'm going to throw that one in for free. Number 7 is to check weight limits on things that you may want to enjoy on the cruise, like roller coasters and slides and ropes courses and things like that are on the cruise ships these days. All of these climbing walls and what is the little surfing thing called? Flow riders. All of these things that are on the ships for passengers to enjoy. You can check beforehand to see if that's something you want to put on your must-do list for the cruise, or if it's something that you're not going to be able to do, and that way you don't have your heart set on it. When you get on the ship, you already know it's not going to happen. But you can check the cruise company's website beforehand for the weight limits on those things. Number 8 is pack at least one extra outfit in your carry-on luggage, because your luggage that you check, your checked luggage, can be delayed in getting to your room. It can even get lost on its way to you. And so you want to have something that you can change into, because this happened to a friend of mine and her luggage was lost. So the cruise ship gave her like a voucher or something to be able to go down into the gift shops and find some things that she could change into. But the problem is, if you're plus size, depending on your size, you may not be able to find lots of or any options to fit you in the gift shops. So pack an extra outfit in your carry-on so that if your luggage is delayed, because being delayed is much more likely than just being lost. If your luggage is delayed, you will have something to change into. Now, this will be my 20th cruise. My luggage has never been lost, and it's only been delayed once, and that was my own fault because I packed something in my luggage that was not allowed. So they never delivered it to my room, and I had to go down to, I don't know where I went, to the bottom floor somewhere, and it was my second cruise, and get my luggage. So pack something in your carry-on. This is the tip I wanted to share for those of you who have to fly in. I don't know any other airlines policies, but Southwest Airlines has a passenger of size policy. I know this from just other vacations and trips that I've taken on Southwest. And the passenger of size policy is, at the filming of this video, their policy is amazing. You pay for an extra seat, and then after you have flown, that extra seat is refunded to you. Now, they also have it, and I don't know if this is all the time, but it has been all the time that I have flown, where if you just get there early enough, you go to the counter to check in, you let them know you need a passenger of size pass, and they just give you the pass. Like, I have never actually paid for the extra seat. They just give me the pass, and when I board, I set the pass in the seat next to me, and that seat is then reserved. So, but I know that when I've looked it up on the website to share it with somebody else, the website says purchase the extra seat and then you get a refund. The person who told me about it didn't tell me that way. They said just go get the pass. So I've always just done it that way, and it's always worked out. I do know they're supposed to be changing soon, and they'll be doing like assigned seating. So I don't know how that's going to work when that change happens, but as of right now, that's the policy they have. Number 10, this is the most important tip I have for you all, is to go enjoy your cruise. People are not thinking about you. You are not impacting their vacation, so do not let them impact your vacation. You are going to see so many plus size people on the cruise ship. You're going to see them laying out, getting a tan. You're going to see them in the nightclub. You're going to see them in their bathing suit in the pool. You're going to see them at the buffet. You're going to see them you're going to see them everywhere. Okay, so go enjoy your trip. You get one life to enjoy, so go enjoy your trip. Do not be held back by the what ifs. What are people thinking? What if this happens? What if that happens? Like I said, this is my 20th cruise that I'm going on in a few days, and I have had an amazing time on each and every cruise I've been on, and I've been plus size on each and every one of those cruises. So don't let that stop you. Go have a great time. All right, as long as you're healthy and you're able to go and have a great time. Those are my 10 tips. I hope they all made sense. If you have any questions that you think I might be able to answer, you can ask them in the comments. I do believe that I am an experienced cruiser. Cruising is my preferred form of vacation at the moment, and I love it. I love it for so many reasons. The main reason being, you can take the same cruise ship. You can be on the same cruise ship multiple times, and it's going to be a different vacation every time. I think cruising gives you an easy vacation because every single day I can do as much or as little as I feel like doing. Cruising with family is great because everybody can cruise the way they want to cruise. The people who are super active and like to do all the things can do all the things. The people that enjoy a good lounger, a good drink, and a good book by the pool, they can enjoy that. The people that want to hit the casino, they can enjoy that. The people that want to eat in fancy restaurants every night, they can do that. And the people that just want to hit up the buffet or grab a burger, they can do that. Everybody can get the vacation that they want to get while all being together. So I absolutely love cruising. I hope that those 10 things make you feel more confident in the fact that you can have an amazing vacation regardless of your size. And if, like I said, if you have any questions, please comment them below. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and even share this if you know somebody who will be blessed by the information that I shared in this video. Y'all have a fantastic vacation. I'll check in with you all when I get back from my upcoming cruise. I think I'm going to record it. Like I said, it's on Virgin Voyages, and it's a quick cruise. It's like a 2-day cruise. And so I've never been on a 2-day cruise. I've never been on a Virgin Voyage cruise, and I've never been on a cruise all by myself. So I can't wait to see what it's going to bring, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.